Hi, everybody. My name's Jim Czuprynski. Name of my company is Zero Defect Computing Incorporated. I've given myself the title of Chief Storyteller, and if you were here earlier this morning, it's because you know I own the company. I can call myself any damn thing I want to. But I do a lot of work with Oracle technology. I was just at Oracle Cloud World 2023 a week and a half ago. One of the big announcements there was Larry Ellison talking about generative AI and how they're actually building it into the latest release of Oracle Cloud Infrastructure and their technology. So one of the interesting things that I've had an opportunity to deal with in the last several years is I put together with some of my colleagues through my company, this is kind of a on the down low, if you will, an interesting tool. And I've been playing around with Oracle technology and the large language model that's actually built into Oracle databases, right? A lot of people don't know anything about this at all. I got together with a colleague of mine. We built using profiles of 600,000 IT professionals. We looked at data online. We gathered all this information, and we started to build something that I think is quite remarkable. I can give you a pretty good idea of what your future in IT will be. In fact, I can even tell you with a pretty good reliability, 92, 93%, what your colleagues probably think about you, okay? And it's a pretty cool tool, excuse me. We're pretty excited about it, and I'm gonna demo it right here. Now, have any of you heard me talk about this before at all? Okay, good, because I'm gonna demo it right here with some props. I ran through all your social media feeds and some of the other stuff that I found, and I picked 5 of you, even you, Tom. We're gonna hand out evaluations. Now, here's the way this works. I'm gonna give you this evaluation, okay? For example, John, right? John, I'm gonna hand this to you. You are not to open it until I say so. When you open it, you will read through it within 15 to 20 seconds. Do not show it to Bart because it's got sensitive data. It's got PII. Some of the, right? We've used that to actually do the determination. Read through it in 15 to 20 seconds. And then I would like you to give me an evaluation. 1 being, I got the wrong evaluation. Okay, your subject 600,001. Do not open it. And do not share it with Bart either, okay? Because it's none of his business, all right? And then I'm gonna ask you to do that ranking, 1 to 5. 5 is, dude, spot on. And by the way, normally we've been seeing, I don't wanna shade the results too much, I will hand these out now, but do not open them yet.
No.
Of about 4.2, which is kind of interesting, okay? So I'm gonna give you one. Gina, hey, you don't know anything about this, right? I've never told you about this. Okay, just confirming. And Joni, I'm gonna skip you. I'm gonna go to Tom, is that okay? Okay, because I didn't have time to prepare one. All right, you ready? 3, 2, 1, open them. Do not share them with the person next to you. Do not show them what's on here. And start reading. When I see the last of you look up, the period will have elapsed. I see some bemused perspectives. I think this accuracy is quite good. If you're done, please fold them up. Do not show them to the person next to you. Gina's got a really interesting smile on her face. Your colleagues have a very interesting opinion about you, don't they? Right? Okay, so we're going to go right around here. Tom, I'm going to start with you. Scale of 1 to 5. You know the scale. 4, a 5.
Probably a 4 with an asterisk that I'll come back to after.
Okay, I'll take 4 with an asterisk. Gina.
1.
A 1.
Whoa.
Are you? Whoa! Did you get the wrong? Oh, you've got a blue piece of paper. Oh, that might explain it. You sure?
Positive.
You're sure? Okay. Okay.
How come about a 3.5?
A 3.5. Okay, so that kind of cancels out your 1. Okay, sorry about that.
I'm gonna go for 3 as well. The middle.
3, not
Yeah.
even 3 point. Oh, you got yellow.
I've got the yellow one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 3.5? Not even a 3.5?
Okay, I'll go for the 3.5.
3.5.
Especially for
Okay.
you, yeah.
Okay, Tom, what do you think?
John.
Jo-
4.
Tom, I'm sorry.
I'll give you 4.
Jo- oh, maybe that's why. Oh, okay.
I'll give you 4 just because.
Just for the game.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Great. Tom, let me have your piece of paper. Gina, let me have your piece of paper. And you guys exchange pieces of paper with each other.
Oh, now we can.
Now you can.
But it's
Because the
yellow and yellow.
experiment's over. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
like
Go ahead, have a read.
And that was my asterisk.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna. Yeah.
That's.
Yeah.
I was say
You were kind of, but you went with a 4, didn't you?
the caveat was going to be.
Just in case. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Caveat was going to be. It sounds like.
So for you folks here, Gina, thank you for the 1.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
You just might be dishonest.
What you just, the folks that couldn't see this, and I can't publish it because otherwise I'll destroy my credibility. Everybody said exactly the same thing. And believe it or not, there is an IT point to this, right? You just discovered the Forer effect. All right. This is from 1940. That was the asterisk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. So here's the deal. This guy studied this for 50 years, Bertram Forer, and came back and said, you know what? If I give you statements that are positive, especially positive towards you, and they're generalized, you'll tend to agree with them more, than the skeptic here, Gina, 1, should agree with. And, the way this would have been used back in the old days, Gina, like, let's say that this was 1970, I would say, well, a young lady like you that's sophisticated, I can tell by your dress and your demeanor, should probably smoke Virginia Slims, right? Because guess, now, I didn't say you ever smoked, okay? But Wall Street, Mad Men picked up on this and used it. All right. And so any type of thing, we've just been sitting in presentations from vendors. I'm not saying that any of them may have inflated things or told us things we didn't need to know. What's the point? The point behind this is cognitive biases. All right. I use this as a lead in to a presentation that I typically do where I talk about going with your gut. Going with your gut is a great way to get indigestion. And I've been burned 20 or 30 times in my career by going, there it is, or I know it. It's his fault for getting that when I do this and point at, I've got 3 fingers pointing back at myself, right? I've made mistakes where, oh, there it is again, and it's not. Because I go with my gut based on intuition, right? We like to talk about intuition because we've been doing this for 35 years. Let me give you one last example. I've been really reading an interesting book called Thinking Fast and Slow. A friend of mine recommended. Tom, you've heard of it. So real quickly, a baseball bat and a baseball together costs $1.10. The bat costs $1 more than the ball. Quickly, how much does the ball cost?
10
Quickly,
cents.
10 cents.
Cents.
Anybody else?
that's 5 cents.
5 cents. You know why? Because your brain looks at the 1 and the 10 and goes, okay, that's got to be it. The correct answer is 105. The ball costs 5 cents. But our guts sometimes tell us this. So again, do I have any technical knowledge to give you any advantage of? No, except that sometimes going with your gut will give you indigestion. And it's something we should be guarded against because there are only approximately 175 identified cognitive biases that humans have hardwired into their souls, apparently. And I'm done. Any
Questions for you? Actually, I have one. Did you see the James Randi experiment with the astrology?
How did you know?
Because
This
as
is
soon as I read the
actually-
paper, I was thinking the
This is the
James
James Randi experiment. Yes. If you haven't seen it, I think it's out on the interweb somewhere.
Yeah.
There were people that read it and still believed that it was true.
Yeah, like
It's like-
85 to 90% accurate.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the Amazing Randi. If you haven't heard of the Amazing Randi, everyone should. Is an amazing guy who went around and, basically brought these kinds of things out and talked about how people tend to accept the Forer experiment. My favorite one that Randy did, though, was with the psychics.
Mhm.
Has anybody seen the psychics that were bending spoons?
Uri Geller.
Yes. Well, they were actually two scientists. They brought these scientists to, I think it was Cornell or someplace out, maybe it was Stanford. And these two young guys were showing how they could bend spoons. And the scientists were, oh, they're psychics. They have telekinesis. And so they finally, Randy said, these guys are for real, brought them up and said, tell them how how you do it. And they go, well, basically we cheat. And they had taught them all these tricks, these magic tricks, which this is kind of a magic trick, if you will, right? You may keep these pieces of paper, of course, and amaze your friends if you wish to, but it's a nice little recipe because